Oh shit. Okay. Hey, you tourist issue. All the place, all the place, all the place, all the place, all the place. Oh, we'll get it. Oh, we'll get it. Oh, the place, all the place, all the place, go get it. And it's right back in the basic. Chunk of the deuce is how we do it. Text baby man, and that goes back. You know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is. Real man rise up, fake man rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Practice well, preach and preach on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is, I know I shouldn't have been talking about this, but I got to talk about this because this will be my last time talk about this event, what happened years ago, even though it's an anniversary. Not because I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I know what you're thinking. That people make me feel like unpatriotic or un-American. That's not true. But you got to understand how we feel. Now, believe me, I was 9 years old. No, I was not 9 years old. I was in ninth grade at the time. I was 14 and 15 at the time when not hurricane, but when 9/11 happened, and all the way from New York City, from the World Trade Center. I was there. I wasn't there, but I went to school. I went to school and I heard a bit about it. I never forget that me and my brother. I never forget that day. Me and my brother, we were walking to school. I never forget that horrible day about this, man. It was sad, hearing about this. But understand this. Understand how we feel. And I'm talking about and brothers and sisters of color. And white people know what I'm talking about. Why is it that, ask me white brothers and sisters, why is it that when y'all die, y'all feel, y'all feel, how can I say this? Y'all feel sympathy, people feel sympathy on y'all, and y'all should. But at the same time, why people don't feel sympathy about us? And I'm talking about Hurricane Katrina. And they knew those levees was broke, just like they knew 9/11 was about to go down. Everybody in conspiracy theories and out of theories that saying that 9/11 was an inside job. I didn't think none of it. I never forget when I walked to school that day when I was 14, 15. My mother and my brother, I went to this other side for God. I went to Lake Hollins ninth grade center. It was about 9:35, 11:35. And it was time was running the time, and I never forget when as soon as I went to that school, everything was meaning a broken wall of silence. I mean, people didn't say anything, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? And my mother heard something about they was walking to the store somewhere, and everybody watching TV, and they was saying something, did you hear about some strange reinvent going on in New York City? My mother couldn't believe it. They was watching it. Even my brother was the one. He was on the way to school there. He went to school and she went to the store. And my father was on his way to work and he heard something about it on the radio. I mean, I never forget that day when that happens. And I'm like, oh shit. Excuse my language. Oh man. It was real. It felt like Armageddon was on the ride. Armageddon was on the ride. It was like, that's what it feels like. Like the world was about to end. It was about to end soon. That's what it feels like. It was so real. I never forget that day. Never. Everybody was moaning, tears moaning, sadness moaning, everything. I was hurt too. I was hurt seeing those people die. And nothing should have never happened. But I'm going to tell you this. I understand what y'all feel, but understand how we feel. How would you think that feel when Hurricane Katrina went down and those people was crying? Bodies been floating in the water everywhere. People have a massive of an explosive of crime event that the crime everywhere. They have to rob and steal and kill just to get some food. And you can't tell me it's happened the same event as this. I always thought that bin Laden had something to do with it. But then I found out otherwise. It wasn't. I'm not going to say it, but do your own research out the web and on the web. You'll find out the truth about all this event and in Hurricane Katrina. Everything is all connected. It's like, to me personally, when I look at this, and there was no people in that building, One building was knocked down, and that it was still up about 15 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes or less, or more or less on that. And then there's another building knocked down, and this time it was a pilot airport plane just hit, like crashed and hit, like it looked like a tons of like a smoke alarm of smoke. It was just like that, and that's when everything was knocked down and being smoking up and rough, a cloud of smoke. Everyone's like, oh my god, oh my god. I was man. I heard about this bit. This is the most worst experience, bad experience I ever seen in my life. But nothing bad experience when Hurricane Katrina was hit. But what's really got into me is those people, especially over there in Hurricane Katrina, that people were crying, especially the kids. The kids was crying. I was angry. I was mad at the government, the military, the people. All this stuff would happen, just like I'm mad at an event like this. But I understand what you feel, white people, but you got to understand what we feel. But when we're done, nobody mourn to us. But when y'all dying, we posted more than y'all. Now, don't get me wrong, but if we can more to y'all, more to us. That's all I'm saying. And shout out to the family that 9/11, all that stuff would happen. But most a big shout out that happened to Hurricane Katrina, all the victims and the family. And I'm talking about Hurricane Katrina anniversary after I talk about this in a couple months. But after this, I'm going to talk about Hurricane Katrina. Whatever the anniversary, I'm going to talk about that. I was both hurt by that event. And they said George Bush knows the call about why this incident went down. He the first one to know about it. Some people say he pulled they pulled the Building 7. Now you ain't hear this from me, but this has been all this stuff is going on. And some people say, hey, but when Obama killed Saddam bin Laden, nobody didn't believe it. Everybody thought that bin Laden been dead for years. Now, don't get me wrong. You get your research. If it bin Laden dead because of Obama, because of Obama. If it's not, it's not. It's doesn't matter what I believe. It's what matter you believe. But shout out to the victims from Hurricane Katrina, and shout out to victims with a 9/11 attack. But all this stuff has happened in New York, New Orleans, Boston, Colorado, and Virginia Tech, and all this stuff, and even happened in Columbus High School, the school shootout incident with Marilyn Manson, concertness, what's going on. All this stuff is connected. All of it. All this stuff connected. But I'm gonna tell you, we understand what y'all feel, but understand how we feel. Y'all got to mourn us when we're dying. And why we have to mourn y'all. Don't get me wrong. I feel sympathy for everybody. And it's sad what happened. And it should have never happened in 9/11. And it should have never happened in Hurricane Katrina. For those who pay the lost tribute and all the people that are supporting people in our lives and daily lives. They never be forgotten. They never been forgot to love and forgive and love and never been forgotten. All right? Power to the people, power from all people. But show us some more sympathy about us, more we show sympathy about y'all. We all in this together, every last one. But at the same time, everybody, what happened to Hurricane Katrina and 9/11 need to be held accountable. And that's for real. And all the events that's going on, all right? All right. Somebody got to do it. Who else? Nothing but the will to do it, or amount to do it, or should do it. Anything I say, I couldn't be say anymore. Agree. All right. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Base. The Chuck of the Deuce is how we do it, Texas baby. Until next time. Until next time. All right. Peace, and I'm out.